What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about dark visions and what you need to do and when you need to have and when you need to not do, I guess. Things like that. I hammered on literally every single detail that I could possibly think of that you would need to know. But if I missed anything at all that you were wondering about, don't be afraid to type in the comment section below. So with that being said, let's go ahead and show you what I've got compiled for you. So yeah. The event will have multiple bosses similar to like like the bonus stage and story events where you get to beat one of the bosses and then another one unlocks after that. It's gonna be something like that. So you have to beat the first boss before you can beat the next boss. Each boss is weak to something specific. For example, you click on one of the bosses and it'll show the icon of the boss. I wish I could show you like a picture of it, but Dark Visions is not available right now on JP, so I can't copy it. But it will show icon of the boss, and it'll show what it's weak to. So for example, one of the bosses might be weak to magic, and then an element of that magic. So you need to build a team. For an example, for like thunder magic, you need to build a team that can do thunder magic damage to the boss. And then the next boss might be weak to physical earth damage that's only physical, something like that. So you're gonna need a variety of DPS, like I've been trying to tell you for a while now. Because some bosses can only be hurt by physical and some bosses can only be hurt by magical. Now I believe that you can use both, but it would take so long and you lose so many points that you might as well just not do that situation. And there will be multiple slots for multiple elements where you want to definitely put the team with that element that you're going to be using in that slot, so you get a 20% bonus to stats, something. I'm pretty sure it's going to be stats and damage and things like that. 20% to everything. So you definitely want to do that to take advantage of that. That's a newbie mistake. I did it. I didn't put it in the right slot, so make sure you're using the slots properly. You get two spots per element, so it's not very hard to make a team for each element at some point. And moving on. So this is how it's categorized, at least for now. It might change. This is all just stuff that we know now. This could change. And there's different versions. And this is why I really haven't made a guide, because I don't know which version they're gonna make. I just said screw it. I'll just put all three guides all in one thing. So first version, this is how it looked like. The damage dealt in a single turn, which is the most important. You want to deal damage as fast as possible, because also you can see down there turns. No matter, I mean, the amount of turns that you spend, you're gonna lose points. And you also want to have a 100 chain. You want to make sure you can bring someone along like Regis, who can give support chaining, just to build up to 100 chain. If all three people that are not being used can do 100 chain. For example, my Riku, my Cecil, and my Regis is doing AR chaining. That's 100, and even a little bit more than that. But the problem is getting triple chaining AR is a little hard, I guess. Apparently, I've done it, but then sometimes it breaks. So it's you gotta practice it, and you're not punished by resetting. So there's that. Make sure you don't die. Bring a tank along with you. Make sure you don't die, because losing units is not good, and then you lose points on top of that. So you might as well just quit and retry. So in version 2, you might not have to pay attention to this right now, and you might have to come back to this video later. But version 2 now, damage taken in that spot there under attack is changed to limit burst used. So it was never really told how many limit bursts, but basically if you used a variety of limit bursts, eventually you would start losing points. And then they changed it recently. They changed it again from limit bursts used to weakness. For example, if the boss is weak to thunder and you use thunder, then you get points for that. So there's that. There's the different versions. If anything changes though, I'll probably post them in the comments if anything on global changes, but this is how it should probably be looking. So All these things are very important to keep in contact with. Make sure you know all this stuff, because it's like you're ranked between B and SS. You want to get SS in everything. You want to get the maximum out of everything, so you can get the most points and you get the most score and most rewards. Moving on. 6 units per team. You cannot bring dupes and you cannot bring friends. That's one of the biggest problems a lot of people are probably going to start having. Some people might not have those kind of situations where they can do that. And also, you're going to be switching around equipment a lot. You're going to be fighting physical bosses, you're going to be fighting magic bosses, you're going to find multiple magic bosses that need different elements. Then now you need different teams, different units. So you're going to be swapping all over the place, from my experience. And also, don't fret. If you didn't get a good score, you can always go back and try again. It's not permanent, but you do need to get a better score overall, or else it will not overwrite. If you got one, for example, if you got one thing better in one time, in one category, but lesser in other categories, it's not going to overwrite. So you need to be better in all categories to improve your score. And despite what people are saying on Reddit and things, this is not completely whaley. You don't need to get top score every single time to get the dark matter for crafting the sword. Usually it'll take around 2 to 4 months, 2 to 3 months, 2 to 4 months ish to get the weapon, no matter what ranking you are, unless you're ranking first every single time, which is a feat in itself. But usually it'll take that long no matter what to get the sword, so don't fret too much, guys. I know a lot of people are fretting that this is like a completely whale event. It's not. It's not. So don't worry too much. So basically, meta in Dark Visions is a lot different than normal trial meta, and I've been rating units differently for a while with that in mind. I usually give them a normal, and I give them the Dark Visions meta. So if you want to go back and check out some of my reviews that I've reviewed recently for Dark Visions meta, now is the time, probably, because it's going to be very important to know these kind of things, because things that aren't really that good in normal trial meta might be actually good in Dark Visions, because you need to get things out quickly and do as much damage as possible. So some niche situations where you looked at units like, it's not so good, it might actually be pretty good. So that's what I have to say. There's certain units that are just easily slot-ins, like Bid, for example, for AR chaining support. Other units that can give support chaining to the team, and also Riku. You can do high breaks, Mirage, and Thunder Imbue if you need it as well. So Thunder Imbue is quite nice. And units that can quickly set up or have no setup needed are probably going to be the best. Units like that are upcoming, like Raiden, who has triple cast at the start of battle. He does not need much setup at all to get going. Stuff like that. Units like that. Units that get triple cast at the start of battle, which are really nice, are probably going to be really essential, because they don't need any setup on the first turn. You can just ignore the triple cast setup and just do chaining. So dealing as much damage as possible is more important than getting modifiers up and things like that, because you want to just you don't want to lose points during turns. So that's all I'm trying to tell you. So overall, I think I hammered away every single detail that I could possibly think of. I can't think of anything else that I would need to talk about. I think we've hammered everything. This is the main thing you need to worry about. I'm sure Global will make a chart in the updates when they release this, and you'll be able to just find out the information much easier. But for now, this is my chart. It's a kind of a pain in the butt to find how to make a table, so this actually was kind of hard to make. I know it has a white background and everything. It doesn't look that professional, but believe me, I tried my best. So anyways, guys, hopefully this guide helped you out. I tried covering literally everything I could possibly think of, but again, like I said, If I missed something in particular, leave them down in the comment section below if you have any other questions. This is the time to ask. So I hope you guys enjoyed this guide, and if you watched all the way through, please be sure to type in #DarkVisions in the comment section. If you watch all the way through, #DarkVisions is the keyword. Hopefully this helped you out. Please give a like to the video if it helped out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.